In this lesson, let's learn about one of the applications of differential calculus, and that is the maxima and minima. When we say maxima and minima, we are actually referring to the maximum and minimum points of a function within a certain range. So for example, meron akong function and titignan ko tong range na to. Yan, yung in between ng range na yan. As you can see, yung graph natin has what we call a local maximum. So, ito yung local maximum niya, that is a maxima. Kung makikita nyo, maximum yung function natin dito sa point na to. Of course, if you look at yung susunod naman na range, itong point na to, this is our local minimum. Okay? So, within that range, siya ang minimum. Of course, if you look at the function, if we extend the function, may kita mo dito sa range na to, mas maliit yung values doon. Sa range na to, mas malaki yung values kaysa sa local max. Okay? So, yan yung local max, yan yung local min. Now, how do we determine if a certain point in a function is a local max or a local min? Ang makikita nyo is that the slope of the tangent line at those points is equal to 0. So, yung slope ng tangent line sa kanila, 0 yon. Kapag 0, the point can either be a local max or a local minimum. And we will check kung alin dun sa dalawa later. So first, para makuha natin yung maxima and minima ng isang function, kukunin natin yung slope ng function na yun. And of course, yung slope ng tangent line ng isang function, that would be yung kanyang first derivative. Okay? So kunin mo yung first derivative, equate mo siya sa 0. We solve for the point, so solve for x kapag inequate sa 0 ang first derivative. Now, paano na natin malalaman kung local maximum o local minimum? Ganito natin malalaman. Kapag ang slope mo is coming from positive tapos naging negative, so parang dito, no? So, if you look at the local max, paakyat siya, yung slope ko is positive. Tapos, after nung local max, yung slope ko ay negative. Yung point natin is a local maximum. Okay. And the reverse is true naman. Kung ang slope mo is nanggaling ka from a negative slope, so ito, negative yung slope nito, and then naging positive yung slope, that is a local minimum. So, paano natin malalaman? If slope is from positive papuntang negative, yung sign niya, then that is a maximum or a maxima. Kapag yung slope ay from a negative slope, so negative, tapos after nung point na yun, naging positive yung slope natin, that is a minimum or a minima. So, ganon, no? Yun yung una nating criteria para malaman natin if it is a maximum or a minimum nung isang function. So, let's try to solve some examples. We have example number 1. Y is equal to x cubed minus 9x squared plus 15x minus 3. So, para malaman natin what are the maximum and minimum points, on tawag din natin doon nga pala sa mga points na yon ay critical points, no? First is we get yung derivative. Yung derivative natin, of course, that would be 3x squared minus 9x plus 15. Okay? And we can factor this na maging 3 times x minus 1 at saka x minus 5 para mas madali nating makuha yung roots. Okay? So, i-equate natin siya. Dapat ito equal sa 0. So, 3 times x minus 5, x minus 1. This should be x minus 1. Yan. And then we have x minus 5 equals 0. Para maging 0 to, either yung x minus 1 mo equals 0 or yung x minus 5 mo equals 0. And we will get x equals 1 saka x equals 5. Pag sinubstitute mo yung 1 doon sa original equation natin, makukuha mong y is 4. Pag 5 naman ang sinubstitute natin doon sa original equation, na makukuha mong y is negative 28. So, meron tayong dalawang points where yung slope natin is equal sa 0. And that is the points 1, 4, and 5, negative 28. Okay? These are what we refer to as the critical points. Ito yung points kung saan points where yung slope natin ay 0. Yung y prime, no, ay 0. Okay? Now, let us determine if this point is a local maxima or a minima, kung minimum o maximum point siya. Etong point 1, 4. So, at point 1, 4, Kapag yung x ko is less than 1, or in other words, nasa kaliwa ng 1, substitute natin, magtry tayo ng x value na nasa kaliwa ng 1, hanapin natin ano yung value ng slope. So, ano ba yung mga value sa kaliwa ng 1? Let's say 0. So, kung 0 yung x dito sa slope natin, okay, if x is 0, makukuha mo positive 15. So, yung y value natin, positive. Kapag nasa kanan ka naman ng 1, let's say 2, substitute natin dito. Okay? Ang makukuha natin, that would be 3 times 2 squared minus 9 times 2 plus 15. This is 12 minus 18 plus 15. Ang makukuha mo ay negative 1. So, negative 1. So, this is a negative. In other words, doon sa point na 1, 4, yung mga values sa kanan ng x equals 1, yung slope ko positive. Yung mga values sa kaliwa, sa kanan pala, rather, yung kanina sa kaliwa ng x, ito sa kanan ng x equals 1, yung slope ko negative. So in other words, yung slope ko is from positive magiging negative. Yung function natin would have this kind of curve. In other words, ito ay isang local maximum. Yung point na 1, 4. Now, i-check naman natin yung point na 5, negative 28. At x less than 5, so sa kaliwa ng 5, ano yung magiging values ng y prime? So, magta-try ka. Again, kung ito-try mo is, let's say, 0, no? Sa kaliwa. O, malapit dapat malapit, no? Let's say 4, no? Malapit sa 5. Kung 4 ang isa-substitute mo dito, ang makukuha mong value ng y prime mo is negative. Kapag directly sa kanan naman ng 5, let's say 6, no? Substitute mo yung 6 dito sa y prime natin, ang makukuha mo namang value ng y prime ay positive. So, from negative to positive, ibig sabihin, negative slope naging positive. Yung function ko, may curve na ganon. In other words, yung point na yon is a local minimum. Okay, so yun yung analysis nitong curve na to. So 1, 4 is a maxima or a local maximum. 5, negative 28 is a minimum point. Okay, and of course, pwede nating i-check yan by graphing, no? I-graph natin. Pupunta tayo sa isang graphing application and then i-type lang natin yung function. Ayan. So, as you can see, ito yung 1, 4. This is a local maximum. So, sa maikling range na to, siya yung pinakamataas. And, ito naman, sa baba, ito yung 5, negative 28. This is a local minimum. So, within this range, siya yung pinakamaliit. And of course, yung mga slope ng mga points na yan, yung mga tangent line dyan would be 0. Okay? Ayan. Okay? So, let's look at another example. Example number 2, y is equal to 2x minus tangent x. Again, for these problems, yung mga problems na ginagawa natin, we are to find yung critical points and determine if they are a maxima or a minima. So, for this one, since this is a trigonometric function, let's investigate yung range na, let's say, from 0 to pi. Okay? 0 to pi radians. Yun yung value ng x natin. Yan yung range na titignan natin. Now, let's see. Ano ang kanyang derivative? The derivative would be 2 minus the secant squared of x. Yan ang derivative ng tangent. Now, equating it to 0 para makuha yung critical points, ito yung makukuha natin. And we are left with secant x is equal to square root of 2, or secant is simply 1 over cosine of x equals square root of 2. And manipulating it algebraically, this is 1 over square root of 2 or square root of 2 over 2. Now, hahanap tayo ng mga values ng x kung saan true yung equation na to. The cosine of x equals square root of 2 over 2 dito sa range na to. Okay? Now, if you are familiar with your trigonometric functions, you know that x would be pi over 4 or x could be 3 pi over 4. These are the values of x kung saan pag kinuha mo yung cosine nila would be the positive square root of 2 over 2. Okay. By the way, dahil nag-square root ako, this can either be positive or negative, no? Positive or negative to. Anyway, ito pa rin naman yung mga values ng x kung saan magiging true tong value na to. Yung arc cosine ng square root of 2 over 2, either positive or negative, will be either be pi over 4 or or 3 pi over 4. Okay, so yan yung x values. And of course, pag sinubstitute mo yung pi over 4 dito sa equation na to, ang makuha mo, sige, let's use my calculator here. So, remember, naka-radian tayo. This is in radian. So, ni-radian mode ko muna. 2 times pi over 4 minus the tangent of pi over 4. Yan. So, 0.571. Lagay na lang natin ganito, no? 571. Tapos, kapag 3 pi over 4 naman, lagyan lang natin ng 3 yung pi, magiging 5.712. In other words, ang aking critical points is either pi over 4, 0.571, at saka yung 3 pi over 4, 5.712. Ito ang critical points nung function natin dito sa range na to. Okay? Now, determine natin if this points is a maxima or a minima. Paano natin i-determine? Sa substitute lang natin yung values na less than pi over 4 at saka greater than pi over 4 doon sa y prime natin. Kailangan nating ma-find out how does our slope change as we go from the left of that point to the right or sa kanan nung point na yon. So, substitute mo lang yung nasa kaliwa, directly nasa kaliwa ng pi over 4 doon sa slope. So, paano nga ba natin gagawin yun? Ang slope natin is 2 minus the second, so 1 over cosine ng isang value, tapos naka-squared. Second squared kasi yung given, no? Magsasubstitute tayo ng value na directly nasa kaliwa ng pi over 4. So, what I would do is I will press calc to substitute a value of x, and yung value na gagamitin ko is pi over 4 minus, let's say, 0.01. So, just 0.01 sa kaliwa nung pi over 4. And as you can see, I have a positive slope. So, ito lang naman yung mahalaga na makita natin kung positive o negative. Now, let me redo the calculation. Instead na minus 0.01, mag-a-add ako ng 0.01. So, directly sa kanan nung point na x equals pi over 4. So, makikita mo, it's negative. So, ibig sabihin, negative dito. So, from positive to negative, what it means is this is a local maximum. Okay? Yung slope natin mula positive, ganyan, naging negative. So, ibig sabihin yung function natin pag ganon, yung point natin somewhere here. So, it's a local maximum. So, namang 3 pi over 4, tignan natin. So, tignan natin yung point directly sa kaliwa ng 3 pi over 4 at saka sa kanan ng 3 pi over 4. Titignan lang natin how does the slope change, no? Paano nag-change yung slope. So, again, sa-substitute lang natin 3 pi over 4 and then directly sa kanan. So, magma-minus ako ng maliit na number. So, makikita ko, negative yung slope directly sa kanan niya. Negative. And then, substitute din natin ulit. 3 pi over 4. Mag-a-add lang ako ng 0.1. Positive naman yung nasa kanan. So, this is from a negative slope, naging positive slope. So, pag in-graph mo yon, ibig sabihin yung graph natin pag ganon. So, etong point na to is a local minimum. Okay. Of course, confirm ulit natin by graphing the function sa isang graphing application. So, ito yung kaninang function, no? Hide muna natin yan and let's graph yung new function natin, which is 2x minus the tangent of x. Okay. So, ang range natin is from 0 to pi. So, lagay natin 0 to pi. Ang pi is 3.14. Yan. So, ito yon. As you can see, yung points natin, meron tayong points na pi over 4 at saka 0.571. So, it's somewhere here. Ayan. Tapos, meron din tayong point na 3 pi over 4 at saka 5.712. So, makikita nyo, ito yun. So, pag tinignan mo yung graph, this is a local maximum, no? Local maximum. Ito naman ay local minimum dito sa range na to. Siya yung pinakamaliit na value. Ito naman sa range, within this range, siya yung parang mataas na value. Okay? Now, is there a shortcut para malaman natin kung local maximum o minimum? Of course, meron. Meron tayong second derivative. Paano ba natin nalalaman kung ang point natin is local max or min? Diba? Ang ginagawa natin is tinitignan natin yung change nung slope niya. Di ba meron tayong second derivative? Ano ba yung second derivative? Ito yung change in the first derivative. Kung yung first derivative is a slope which is a change in the function, in yung first derivative, change in the function, yung second derivative naman would be describing the change in the slope. So, the second derivative, sulat natin dito, this describes the change in the slope. So, di ba ang criteria natin? Maxima kapag yung slope ko changes from negative to positive. Maxima ba yun? Baliktad pala, no? From positive pala to negative. Tapos minima naman, minimum, kapag yung slope ko changes from negative to positive. So, from positive to negative, ibig sabihin, yung change in slope ko, which would be the second derivative, is negative. Decreasing yung slope ko. No? From positive, naging negative. So, the slope is decreasing. If it is decreasing, in other words, the second derivative is negative. Dito naman, yung minima, the slope changes from a negative to positive, so the slope is increasing. In other words, yung aking second derivative is positive. So, ganito, no? Yung isa pang way para malaman kung maxima o minima yung point is kapag yung second derivative ko is negative, then it is a maxima. Kapag yung second derivative ko is positive, the slope is increasing, then the point is a minima. Also, take note, meron tayong tinatawag na inflection points. Inflection points. Yan. Ito yung values or yung mga points kung saan yung second derivative ko is equal to 0. Okay? Pag sinabing inflection point, kumari ito yung function ko. Ito yung point kung saan yung curve natin is transitioning from a concave downward to a concave upward na itsura. Okay? Those are the inflection points. Doon nagta-transition yung change in slope ko from increasing to decreasing or from decreasing to increasing. Okay? So, now, i-apply natin to doon sa unang dalawang example natin. Tingnan natin kung parehas yung makukuha nating sagot. So, for example number 3, this was the function in example number 1, and we know kanina na y prime is 3x squared minus 18x plus 15, yan yung y prime. And we know na ang critical points natin is 1, 4, and 5, negative 28. Okay. Now, para malaman kung minima o maxima to, kukunin lang natin yung second derivative. Of course, ang second derivative is 6x minus 18. Sa substitute mo lang yung x na yon. So, for 1, 4, this becomes 6 times 1 minus 18 or y prime is negative 12. Now, since negative siya, this is a maximum point. Okay? Ito naman, substitute natin yung 5 doon sa second derivative. Y double prime is 6 times 5 minus 8. Second derivative natin, 30 minus 18. This is now, this is now equal sa 12. Positive siya, ibig sabihin, this is a minimum point. And this is the same answer as with example 1. 1, 4 is minimum, 5, negative 28. Now, if you want to look at the inflection point, so, ayan. Try din natin doon sa pangalawa nating example. Now, for example number 4, ulitin natin yung y equals 2x minus tangent of x. Of course, the first derivative, we know it's 2 minus secant squared of x. We also know from the previous example na ang critical points natin ay pi over 4 at saka 0.571 and also 3 pi over 4 and 5.712. Ito yung critical points kanina. Now, if we get the second derivative, that would be negative 2 secant of x times secant x tangent x or negative 2 secant squared x tangent x. Para madaling i-substitute sa calculator, ang gagamitin kong form is negative 2 tangent of x divided by cosine of x. Tapos, naka-square yung sa baba. Okay. Now, substitute natin yung pi over 4 dun sa calculator. So, we have negative 2 tangent of x over cosine of x tapos naka-square. Substitute yung pi over 4. So, makita mo, negative. So, since negative siya, dito, no, pag sinubstitute mo to, yung magiging y double prime, yung second derivative, negative 4. Now, since negative siya, ibig sabihin, this is a local maximum. O, punta naman tayo dito sa 3 pi over 4. Substitute mo yung 3 pi over 4 dito sa second derivative. So, we have 3 pi over 4. So, ang sagot ay positive 4. So, ito will result in a second derivative equal to positive 4. Now, dahil positive siya, ibig sabihin, this is a local minimum or minima. Okay, so may dalawa tayong method para makuha yung maxima and minima. First is, kinukuha natin yung change in slope. Nagsasubstitute tayo ng mga points sa kanan at sa kaliwa at sa kanan ng critical points natin. The second one is by using the second derivative, kasi nga naman, second derivative describes the change in the slope. So pag negative, slope is decreasing, it's a maxima. Pag positive, ang second derivative, the slope is increasing, and now it's a minima. So that's how you get the minimum and the maximum points of functions. Now, for our last example, we have a function in the form y is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now, we are given the following conditions at gusto nating malaman ano yung a, b, c, and d. So, first condition, yung slope ko equals 9 at a point negative 1, negative 4. Ang sinasabi lang nito, class, yung y prime ko equals 9 at negative 1, negative 4. Kasi slope, di ba? Now, we have a critical point at x equals 2. In other words, yung y prime ko equals 0 at x equals 2. Tandaan, no? Yung critical points is kung saan yung slope ko equals to 0. Then, we also have an inflection point x equals 1 at x equals 1. So, yung second derivative ko ay 0 kapag yung x ko ay 1. Okay? So, another condition, of course, is that itong point na to belongs doon sa function ko. So, isa-isahin natin to. First is, i-substitute natin yung negative 1 at saka negative 4 doon sa function. So, di ba, ang function natin, y is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Meron tayong point na negative 1, negative 4. So, negative 4 equals a times negative 1 cubed plus b times negative 1 squared plus c times negative 1 plus d. Or, in other words, 4 is equal to negative a plus b minus c plus d. Let's call this equation number 1. Okay? Second condition is yung slope niya doon sa point na yon, y prime is equal to 9. So, from the equation, yung y prime natin, that would be 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c. Sabi niya, yung slope daw ay 9. So, sa-substitute natin dito, 9. Kapag yung x ko, negative 1. So, 3a negative 1 squared plus 2b times negative 1 plus c. So, we have 9 is equal to 3a minus 2b plus c. Let's call this equation number 2. Equation number 2. Yung isa pang condition is yung y prime ko 0 kapag yung x ay equal sa 2. So, ito yung y prime, 0 daw siya kapag yung x equal sa 2. So, 2 squared plus 2b times 2 plus c. So, 0 is equal to 3 times 4, that is 12a, plus 4b, plus c. So, let's call this equation number 3. And finally, yung second derivative daw equals 0 kapag yung x equals 1. So, kunin natin yung second derivative. Of course, second derivative, this would be 6ax plus 2b. 0 daw to kapag yung x ay 1. So, 6a times 1 plus 2b. Let's call this equation number 4. Now, each of this equation, kunin natin at i-summarize natin, no? So, lalagay ko silang lahat dito sa isang page. Copy lang natin isa-isa yung mga equation na yan. Lagay lang natin dito sa isang page para mas makita natin. Paano i-solve to? This is 4 equations for unknowns. Gagamitin natin ng onting algebra. Isayin natin dito. From the last equation, this can be written as 0 is equal to 3a plus b, or b daw is equal to negative. So, since b is negative 3a, pwede natin siyang substitute dito sa tatlong equation. So, i-substitute natin siya dito. Ang makukuha natin is, siguro dito muna sa pangatlong equation, makukuha natin 0 is equal to 12a as 4 times negative 3ac. Okay, makukuha mo dito is c is equal to 0. Meron na tayong value ng c, yung c daw 0. Dapat to na. Okay, dito naman, from the third equation, di ba? 9 is equal to 3 times a minus 2 times, yung b natin again is negative 3a. Pag sinolve mo yan, ang makukuha mo, a is equal to 1. Okay, 3a, ito negative 2, negative 3a, this positive 6a, 9a total nito equals 9, so a equals 1. Meron na akong a, 1, yung b natin is negative 3 times ng a, so negative 3, yung c natin, 0, yung d na lang ang wala. So using yung first equation, we have negative 4 equals negative 1 plus negative 3 minus 0 plus d. It comes out that d is actually equal to, so from our original equation, ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, substitute mo tong mga value na to, and you will get x cubed minus 3. Ito yung equation that satisfies these conditions na 9 at negative 1 or critical point at x at inflection point a. So these are some problems involving the maxima and minima.
Like mo yung video kung ayos. Pag hindi, pag mo i-dislike, leave ka ng comment kung bakit, ha? Sige na, subscribe.